Tuesday, January 10. There's 3 guinea pigs here. They've been thawing overnight in a bowl on the windowsill. I just dragged Louise out of her room and into, dark in here, into this bathroom off the master bedroom. I put her in the bathtub and she is in there. I had a long shower and filled the tub with warm water, because otherwise when she gets in the tub it's freezing cold. So the hot water is still running, just a little drip, and I need to put these in here, but I can't do that when I'm not sure where she is. Be really careful where that face is, and that face is right over there looking at me. So
right here, I have 3 guinea pigs in a bowl in my hand. I threw them into the tub. Now you see little white bodies floating in the tub. That was me throwing them in. I couldn't feed them. I couldn't fill myself throwing them.
She's going to follow me. I'm a big blob of warmth. So I'm a bright color, and if she's seeing an infrared, of course we artificially color things. So who knows if she even sees colors. Anyway, the hot water will keep the water warm in there, and if the water is moving a little bit, then the guinea pigs move a little bit as they bob around on the water, and she will think that they are alive. I don't know if I filmed that moment where she lunged in the air and grabbed them. What is funny is that once in a while when she's in this room and it's not feeding time yet, she'll come in and get in the tub and then look straight up in the air, because over the last 20 years, every time most of the time when she's fed, food materializes out of the sky because I throw it at her. And so she gets in the tub and puts her head up in the air, pointed straight at the ceiling, which is very comical, but that's actually, common sense for her. Okay, where's that face? Where is that face? Okay, she's over there. I can't even see where number 3 is. Behind you, silly. Oh, it's underneath her. Dork. All right. There we go. Oh, missed. Wow, that's pretty bad. She lunges at the thing and it's dead and she still can't catch it. Poor kid. Alright, she's busy with that, which means I can turn off the water here. Water is nice and warm, so she won't get freezing cold as she eats, because it's going to usually take her about an hour, sometimes an hour and a half to get all 3 down. And I worry about her getting really cold. Yesterday I took a nap and came in here and I found her. She'd been in this tub about an hour. The tub was empty, but it was cold because there's an exterior wall right here. And when I went into the bathroom, she stuck her tongue out about 1 millimeter, and that was all. She couldn't move. She couldn't strike. She might have thought I was food, because I'm in the tub. Anytime there's movement in this tub, she thinks it's food because this is her food bowl. But she was too cold to even be able to strike. Poor kid. So I hauled her out and put her on her heating pad and covered her in lots of blankets and warmed her up fast. Okay, it's about 30 minutes later. Just walked into the bathroom to check on my girl, see how she's doing. And, well, she's doing great. She's got her head up in the air here, and I can tell that she just swallowed a guinea pig, and it's about 1 foot below her head down there, and she's just trying to get it to go down. And she's got 1 left. She's upside down because at some point, the one thing she does do that I find just intriguing, when she's got a guinea pig in her mouth and she's trying to push it down, she will actually coil around, basically form a coil and then push against her own body to push the guinea pig down her throat. The other thing that I saw her do once, I gave her a rabbit. It was injured, and it was a little bit on the big side for her, but she got the head part of it in her mouth, and when she got to the shoulders, she couldn't wedge it any further. And what she did eventually was she threw a coil around her own head and then deliberately started tightening that coil in order to use the muscles of her body to force her mouth closed. That's what I can't fathom. This thing has a brain the size of a peanut, maybe, and yet she's got these skills. What I do know from the owners, and I didn't ask them very much, but the guy that was the second owner, or maybe he'd seen her, but apparently when they first got her, she was quite the idiot about eating. She hadn't figured out yet that it goes down easier if you go head first. There you go. And you know, if you go feet first, then you've got these feet pointing the wrong way and claws digging into your throat. But apparently the first year that she was eating, she had some real problems, and finally figured out, now I don't know how you figure it out, but she figured out that one end was better. What I want to know is, what is the algorithm? What in her, there's one end, there's a bitey end and there's a poopy end, and there's some mechanism in her brain that she concluded with logic that one end is better. Now I don't know whether it's that you find the poopy end and then go to the other end, if that's your algorithm, or whether there's something about the head end, you know, the teeth or eyes, or I don't know. I have no idea. And here she's doing it again. See, she's just coiled herself up so tightly in order to get have something to lean that guinea pig against, so that it's not. Okay, yep, filled the camera, filled the memory card there, and here she is. I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit. It's too hard to see. There she is, getting down the very last one. Can you see this bend in her neck where she's using her muscles to push it down? Okay, and she is done. It's going to take her, I'm going to give her about another 20 to 30 minutes in here. She needs to push all three of those guinea pigs down past her lungs and into where her stomach is going to be. Right now she doesn't have a stomach, because it turns out that Burmese pythons shed their stomach every time they finish a meal and grow a new one. Seriously, they grow a new one. That's news to me. I just found that out the other day. I've got a Google alert set on Burmese pythons and Wikipedia and a couple other things. So that was a new one on me. But very cool. It makes a lot of sense. If you're only going to eat, sometimes you only eat once in 6 months, then why in the heck carry around a stomach? It doesn't do you any good. So, okay, she is done. She's starting to stretch out here and relax. That means that I can get my hand into this tub and hit the drain so that it starts to drain a little bit, and she will have 20-30 minutes to start drying off in here, but will stay reasonably warm. The water is draining. She detects motion, so she's moving around trying to figure out why she's feeling motion. I'm all out of things to say. Okay, well, that's another successful feeding, and I didn't get killed in the process, so yay me.